What's happening, beautiful people? It is, oh my God, you hear that static? It is 1627, which is 427. The date is Monday, January 26, 2026. 2626. It's an 8-day. How are you guys? How are you doing? How you doing? I hate that thing. There's no way to get, unless I put my head down. What's going on, you guys? So I was getting what I heard before I came on here is, confirmation burp. Oh God, this has got to go down. Hang on. Okay, what I was getting is like, what I was hearing is you broke the matrix. Your matrix. What do you mean by that? Hold on, we'll get there. Your matrix. See, what you're doing is, you know how we spoke before about patterns? About patterns and algorithm, like AI, like the algorithm, they can anticipate, they can predict what humanity's going to do by what we do and how things are going to be, right? They can get a predictive timeline of you, of what you do, what you will do, what your likes and dislikes are, you know what I mean? Think of it as, you get on social media and they learn your algorithm that way, right? They learn your predictive behavior that way. Well, think of your human, your fleshy, your life of being like that without having to be on a said thing, right? Because he who controls the media controls the narrative. Right? I want you to pay attention to new things that come out, like it comes out of nowhere, and then that's the norm, and the thing right before that is forgotten almost immediately. Once the narrative is changed, the theme, whatever, once that's changed, it seems like whatever was before that is almost erased, almost gone. He who controls the media controls the narrative. Controls what people like. You're told what's popular, what to like, what to eat. Taco Bell made fourth meal, right? Something isn't a thing until, I don't know, it's put on media in a star or somebody that everyone looks up to. I don't know. Think for yourself. But you broke the matrix, your matrix, because you're doing things a different way. You've switched up. Each little tiny switch up that you do, one thing that you change that gets you out of your pattern, then you become unpredictable. Then you're on the radar. because, hey, they want to be able to know. You have been figuring out things. You've done a review. It comes up in your life, in your head. You think about it and you're like, well, all these years I've always done things, blah, 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 depending on what it is you're wanting to change, right? Or shift or do different. Been doing it. I no longer want to be insane. I was going to say on the edge of insanity, but on the edge of sanity. Anyway, I'm going to do it different, Most of my life, up until, well, I haven't gotten in a relationship since I've here for a minute. Before that, they all started out, sex was always there. I'm not into that anymore. Well, I want to do it different. That was a bad. Yeah, that works for me because before, how about getting to know somebody? Or just not sleeping with, no. All right, I gotta stop. Wish I could edit this, but I don't have any way of doing that. Just doing things different instead of that saying, keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, Now you're like, hey, I did it this, that, or the other thing this way for so long. I'm just going to shut up while I'm ahead. Anyway, before I go any further, sounding like a freaking. Anyways, you broke the matrix. You did something recently. That changed your pattern. You're beginning to see little things that you can do, and it's opening up like a whole nother avenue. I'm seeing like a different way being lit up, like it's all black and then it lights. This pathway is lit up, and that, it could be like your neural pathways too. I like this new you. You wear it well, I want to say. You wear it well. There's so much more that's opening up. You're beginning to realize how deep it was and how far you were actually in it. That realization's like, fuck, that shit was real deep. I was real deep in that shit. Now you're beginning to see things for what they are. They're showing me Tron. It's funny how they use reprogram your mind, and they use that terminology, program, because AI is programmed as well. They're giving me that mind again. They have always told us our brain is like a computer. So then what is consciousness? Is the soul separate from the spirit? Yeah, right? What's the spirit then if not the soul? And what does that really mean? If you believe in past lives, if we're energy and we just keep recycling pretty much, right? Same soul, just transferred consciousness, or the soul or whatever, transferred from one human to the next. That one dies, wait around and go into the next one. They take, they make movies about that, shows about that all the time. But look at it from just from an outside perspective, looking at it. It just seems a lot similar to what it is to be a human. Interesting, I wrote that. I'm going to take a picture of that because I don't know. Yeah. Nothing by mistake, right? That's like code, and I don't know what it means. I love you guys. Peace. Whatever you're doing, keep doing that. You wear it well. You're changing different things. You're opening up more pathways, neural pathways, different ways of doing things. And before you know it, you're just going to be navigating, doing things differently. One thing at a time, right? You're progressing. That's all that matters. You're still moving. You're doing great. You wear it well. Peace.